Hi everyone, it's Demisha Ricks. I'm back. Today we're going to talk about jobs. And we know during this quarantine, jobs are a hot commodity. You either have them or you don't. You're on furlough or you aren't. Furlough being that your job is currently not operating at this time. And you may or may not be getting paid because they may have the PPP. That's a whole different subject that I don't know the ins and outs of. But you may be getting it checked or you may not. Now, this is the first chapter of the book. Job is important. How are you going to get money to pay your bills? How are you going to get money to survive? Generally, we know we have to have some type of job as our primary income. Okay. So, in discussing our job, your everyday life can affect your job. It's interesting that I've lived in several states, and one of them that had me cracking up was California. I was in LA. And I was in Inglewood, right down from the Forum, which is right next to the new stadium, and in different malls, several malls within few miles of the stadium. Okay. I used to go to different malls because some malls have the stores you want to, some don't, And I went to a mall in, I will say, it was Crenshaw Mall, I believe. Every time I went to the mall, kid you not, there was a fight. People would go to the mall to fight so people can see them fight, so they get cred, or you've disrespected them. Okay, I don't know about you, but respect is important, of course. But I'm not messing up my money for some respect. Here's what I mean. Now, you may be a minor, and depending on the offense, it might be sealed. You might be cool. You might not have to worry about it. You may not have hurt anybody that badly, depending on the offense. Physical, fiscal, fraud, the list goes on. Okay? And don't get it twisted, young people are intelligent. I don't care what adults say. They try to think that young people don't know. These people are intelligent. Don't get it twisted. Regardless, let's come back. I knew somebody who at their job got in a fight because their coworker was getting on their nerves. A physical fight in a store with cameras. With cameras. So you have an assault now. How many people want to hire somebody with an assault? Because they will pull your record when they hire you. And that's one of the questions that they have on there. Do you have a felony? It may or may not have been a felony. Do you have a misdemeanor? And then they try to ask you, what type of offense was it? Those type of offenses mess up your money. Fingerprints. To work at the bank, you need a fingerprint. Because I worked at the bank, I had to get my fingerprint card every time I worked at a new bank. If you have anything fiscal on your record, such as bad checks, fraudulent, anything that you could do, credit card theft, anything, you aren't working at any financial institution. Let's not get it twisted. Who wants somebody messing with their money who has messed up other people's money on purpose? Okay. Now let's think about this. What if it's not on purpose? I had a friend that her mother gave her some credit cards to go get her kids some gifts. Okay, cool. Thank you, Mom. Appreciate you. What she didn't realize is that her mom was in the beginning stages of Alzheimer's. Mom thought she stole the cards. She got hit with 6 felonies. Okay, 6. They got them down to misdemeanors, but that was 6 felonies. And while the misdemeanor is the only one that's stuck on the record, it's still mind you, sorry, my nose is itchy. Allergies, sorry. It's a misdemeanor with a credit card. Okay. How many businesses do you know that don't directly deal with money? Credit cards. So the opportunity for her to get a job, out the window. It messed up her money with a lot, and she has many kids. So getting a job that is low paying doesn't bring in enough money to take care of herself and her family. She's gotten some different opportunities and is trying to work with a lawyer to get that off of her record. Yes, that could be something. But if you don't have the money to get off your record, what you gonna do? So those type of things can affect you. Let's get into this. It's about who you know. Like I said, I lived in California for a time. I had experience, and I mean almost a decade, in the financial institutions. Trying to get into work at a financial institution? Oh my goodness, you would have thought I was brand new. Okay? It was about who you know to try and get a job, which didn't make any sense because that is not what the post said. The posts were your typical, you have this experience, you have the education, come get the job. No, it was about who you know. If I don't know you, because a lot of people hire their friends or people that they know, so they're protected. Here's the process. You hire people that you know so that you feel comfortable, and you all move up together and you hire other people that you know. So that's another reason. Be concerned about who you have in your circle, because people do associate you with who you have in your circle. It's crazy, but it's real. Another thing that irks my nerves these days, really, education versus experience. Now, when I was first starting to work, a lot of posts were more about your experience. Now, what person first getting a job has some experience? Or let's say you weren't able to work. Your parents didn't allow you to work while you were in high school, or you didn't work while you were in college because you needed to keep up either a scholarship or you just need to keep your grades up. And you just, and that's what your agreement was with whoever your guardian was. What are you going to do to this job? You may have a degree. They didn't want you because you didn't have the experience. Now 5 years, I would say within 5 years of after I graduated, that flipped. Education. Now, this is a tool for you to go ahead and get eliminated strictly based on some education. If you've been in school the whole time and you have no experience, just because you learned it in school does not mean you understand what is going on actually in the industry. Perfect example. I had a friend who was working for a big bank, and she was looking for a promotion. Now, it just so happened to be a minority. It's a whole thing. Not even gonna get into that. But she was working at the institution. She and a classmate knew the classmate didn't get the grades that she did. She got straight A's. Classmate got C's. And literally, she was 2 months from getting her bachelor's. And they told her in the interview, well, you have all the qualifications, but you don't have the degree. So that, and I'm sorry, but you're disqualified. You're not able to be qualified for this position. Okay. All right. It makes sense. Except that she saw that the person that she went to school with got the position, who was not attending school and who got C's. It was about who you know, not what you know. So education didn't help because obviously it wasn't actually necessary. It was just a tool used to cut out those who they found undesirable for the position for whatever reason. Proving that is a whole nother ball game. But we have agencies out there to help us. Now, if you're looking for these jobs, here's the thing. I was 15. Like I said, I got my first job at 15. IHOP. Now I'm starting to show my age. My first job, I think I got paid $5.25 an hour. Now, at the age of 15, you couldn't be a server. You could be a hostess. $5.25. I'm like, all right, yes, this is more than babysitting back in the day. Babysitting was not paying like it is now on care.com, okay, where they getting $12, $14 an hour. No, it was maybe $2.50, $3. Okay, so $5.25 was it. I'm on the come up, okay? I'm sitting there, I'm saving my money because that's what I'm so frugal. I can't even play with you. I'm frugal. I like to keep my money. As much as I can, I like to keep my money. So I'm talking to my coworkers, I'm creating bonds, I'm trying to learn, see where I want to go. I already know I didn't want to stay in the food industry. I love to eat. I don't like to serve in that capacity. No. Too many people think they can treat you poorly. That's not what I wanted. Okay, side story. That was my side story. In talking to the other hostess that was there, she had been there for 11 years. I believe she made $7.25 an hour. And I'm said, what? Even in my 15-year-old brain, $2 increase in 11 years made 0 sense for me. Like, who's gonna stay somewhere and I only get a $2 increase over 11 years? Are you serious? How am I gonna pay my bills? Because 11 years at the age of 15, 11 years later, 26, generally, I thought I was going to have a family, have kids. $7.25, mind you. I believe minimum wage at that time was about $5.15. So I was making over the minimum wage. Miss me with that. Okay. So when you're looking for these jobs, as you are a teenager, you got to get what you can get because a lot of jobs may not hire you under the age of 18. Okay, that's no problem. You got to see what you can do. See what jobs you can get. This is a great time to explore and see what you actually like. Next job after the working in the restaurant for a year. I like shoes. I'm a sneakerhead. Don't get me twisted. I have a lot of sneakers. I have a lot of shoes. So I decided to work for Just for Feet. Just for Feet no longer exists, but it is a store just like Finish Line, Champs, all of those. Working in a store where you like to spend money, bad combo. My check was almost gone quick. I was like, no, we can't stay here this long. I want to get the new shoe when it come out. Yes, I got my employee discount, but I want that new shoe. I just spent 3 weeks trying to make this much money because of taxes. I try to make this much money. I'm salty. All my money is gone. No. So looking at using this time before you're 18 and you've gained experience and such, use this time to find out what you like. Okay? We oftentimes think we know, because I know when I was 15, I wanted to be a doctor. So I was taking a lot of math and science classes. Then I was like, ooh, I'm going to be a business person. So then I started taking a lot of business classes, aka my finances classes. I don't like this particular service side, but I do want to be on the manager side. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and get my degree in business administration. Okay. Where does that really take you, though? How do you get jobs to align with what's coming up? Now, here's the thing. You're not going to know what people start to want in the future. You can only do what you can now with what jobs are out there now. For example, when you're looking for computers, when I was in high school and about to graduate and going into college, they wanted you to have a degree. I know people who want to get into the computer field now. They want you to have a certificate. Degree's good because they have it on the post. Having a degree would be great. It's a requirement. But they want you to have those certifications. You can have a degree all day, but if you don't have the certifications, you still aren't going to get it. And I did not realize how many certifications, and you have to keep up on it. Certifications are not cheap. You have to do what you need to do to get the job. Okay? When you get a job, taxes. Don't play with me. Don't play with your taxes. You will see plenty of people. I don't know if you've seen these big names. There are plenty of people who make stupid money that a lot of us will never see in our lives, millions, don't pay taxes and end up in jail. You may not be on, you quite likely are not going to be on that status this early in life. When you're younger, if you make under a certain amount of money, you're exempt. You start making some money, talk to a tax professional, ask your parents, ask your guardian, the tax professional, how much money do I have to make before I have to start paying taxes? What are the increments that they cut off? How much taxes do I need to get? Ask a tax professional. Do not play with your taxes. IRS will come after your money. They will get their money. Don't play. That's all I can say about that. I will say that I did take care of my taxes. I've taken care of my taxes ever since I started paying taxes. I've been taking care of my taxes. The only difference now is as I wrote the book, I started a business. Young Money Sense. So you can see it. It says Young Money Senses. Young Money Sense at the top. My business is Money Senses. I believe people need to have sense when it comes to money. And make your money make sense. Yes, I did do a pun on my business name. Regardless, let's get back to these jobs. What about your hustle? Do you have a hustle? Do you only have your job? We're going to talk about that next on the next video. If you have any questions about jobs, please like, subscribe, hit the bell button when it comes up so you know when my videos are popping up. And I would like to answer these questions for you when I see them in the next video. Have a great evening, y'all. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.